Welcome to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. It's Sylvester Williams, and I'm here live in the booth, joined along beside Coach T. Nolan as we get ready for some exciting football tonight here at Southern Crescent Stadium. Tonight we'll have the Starr's Mills Panthers taking on your Charles Drew Titans. It is a wonderful night for football, Coach. We got a little bit of mist in the air. Feels a little wet. Time to get a little slippery out here on the field as we get ready for some exciting football. Coach, we're going to have a good one. Coach, how do you know when it's going to be a good football game, Coach? Don't answer it. I'm going to tell you, Coach. You know it's going to be a good football game when you see the college coaches on the sideline. And we'll start off with Coach Mike Ayers from Wofford College. And the head coach has decided to come to the sideline tonight to watch this exciting football game tonight, Coach. The big guy wanted to come and see some of this exciting talent that we're going to have on the field tonight, Coach.
Hey. Absolutely. Like, you got to understand, it is October, so that's one of the reasons why it's a great night for football. It's October. And more importantly, both of these teams are looking like they're headed towards the playoffs, so this will be a good mid-season matchup to see exactly who has dominance in this region.
Coach, we're bringing in tonight, we have the 4-0 Starr's Mill Panthers. They started off the year hot on fire, Coach. 4-0, taking on Charles Drew. Charles Drew is 3-1. We saw Charles Drew a couple of weeks ago put up monster numbers on the field. Now, Charles Drew, they put up those big numbers. They were led by their quarterback, Mr. Joseph Newman. Mr. Newman was the Clayton News Daily co-offensive player of the week, Coach. Putting up big numbers, Mr. Joseph Newman.
Yeah, of course, we were here, Sly, to kind of see that go down. He really put on a display out there at that quarterback position. Looking forward to seeing him on the field tonight.
All right, here we go. Here's the kick, and it will go out of bounds. We'll start off a rough one. They'll kick it out of bounds, and in high school, coaches can decide whether or not they want to take it on the 35, I think, or they'll have them kick it over. We'll see what Coach Phillips wants to do. Coach Chad Phillips, head coach of the Starr's Mill Panthers. He'll be going against Coach Doran Lyles, head coach of your Drew Titans. It looks like we're going to kick it over again, Coach.
Yeah, I think both teams are anxious to play football. Usually when you start a game off like that with that kind of kick, that's just a little bit of nerves showing itself. So I think both of these teams' staffs know that this is a big matchup. So, it's no secret. This is definitely going to put some things on the table in this region out there, Sly.
Here we go. The drummer just wanted to shine a little bit, Coach. That drum line, they wanted to do it one more time. They wanted to let the world know they were here. It's homecoming here for Charles Drew High School. Let's see what they do. Charles Drew, they'll have on their gold uniforms, gold helmets, blue numbers with the white trim. Starr's Mill, they'll be in all white. They'll have black numbers with blue trim, or maybe the other, and it goes out of bounds again. We'll do it over again, Coach. I'm pretty sure Coach Phillips is going to tell them to back it up 5 more and keep going.
Well, maybe this is a strategy by Charles Drew out here to try to maybe keep kicking it to him like this and then maybe catch him off guard with a different kind of kick. We'll see. I mean, this will be our third time. They say third time's a charm, so we'll see.
There you go. Coach Lyles might be lulling the Panthers to sleep, and then he'll put it over their head. But we'll see what'll happen on this one.
Right. Maybe he booms it right here, Sly. Maybe those were just 2 warm-up kicks to try to catch Starr's Mill off guard. We'll see.
Kickers number 15 don't have a name for the young man. High sideline one more time. It'll be fielded by number 28. He's looking, trying to find some room. He'll break a tackle and he'll lower his shoulder. Big boy on the return right there.
Well, had he kicked that ball out of bounds for a 4th time, Sly, I think he would have made a name for himself.
John Muska, number 28. on that return. Now, Coach, Starr's Mill, they're going to come out, and he likes to run the jet wing tee. That's what Coach Phillips told me. Coach Phillips said, we run the jet wing tee. Let's see what the jet wing tee is. They'll hand it off straight up the middle to their back. Rico Fry, a sophomore. Starr's Mill, they're young in the backfield, Coach. Rico Fry is a sophomore. Starting quarterback, Joey DeLuca, he's a sophomore. The A-back, Nick Brown, number 7, he's a sophomore. But that offensive line, those offensive linemen, they are seniors. They're big boys.
Well, you know, Sly, they say your championship starts in the trenches. So, if they have a veteran offensive line, they can have some young backs back there and kind of still be productive. Let's see if Drew can stop this attack.
DeLuca's going up under center. They'll send the man in motion. It looks like we got some movement down there. A little bit of movement on the play.
Yeah, have a little bit of 2 men moving at the same time. Legal procedure, a little legal motion.
Ooh.
They called offsides. Okay, wow. I thought they would have called it because both the guys were set. Now, you can't have 2 men moving in the backfield at the same time as the formation shift. So, all the time, that is not an infraction. However, I thought since both those guys were set that it might have been an infraction. But, it looks like on the defense.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Well, we got first and five. Here's the snap. Pass. Play action going downfield. DeLuca has an arm. Oh, great defensive play to get back there to block it up. Kahari Richards gets back there. Looks like DeLuca underthrew him just a bit.
Yes, he did. He hung it up there a little bit, Sly. I don't know exactly what happened with that. He had a chance to connect on that play, but just hung it up there a little bit, gave the Drew defender a chance to get back, and good thing because he was able to get back and stop that touchdown. Right now they ought to put an American Red Cross badge on him right now for saving them from that touchdown, Sly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He did save a big play. Here we go. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. They'll send the man in motion. Trying to roll it off, hand it off to the big A back in the middle, and he goes nowhere. Stacked up by a few Drew defenders.
Good looking defensive stance there by the Charles Drew Titans. Looking good out here on defense for this first drive. And like I always say, Sly, the first drive of the game is the most important drive of the game.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about this jet sweep. We see wing T jet sweep. We see them run a wing T offense with jet motion.
Yes, sir. All right, punting formation. They'll have twins. Looks like they left a man down there by himself. Punting formation, they left a guy wide open by himself. The kick goes up, soccer style kick. It'll be caught. No, it'll bounce dead on the wet turf right at the 10-yard line. That's something to keep an eye out for. They left a man open in that slot on the punt team.
Yes, they did. And to see that punter, he had a chance to run up about 5 yards to get some extra yardage on that kick. Nice execution in the special teams game by Starr's Mill on that one. Now, let's see what Charles Drew offense has to start off this game with.
Charles Drew's going to come out. The Titans, fast-paced offense, empty backfield. Now they'll send a man back there. Jordan Bolden's in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Bolden. He's trying to get to the corner. Bolden finds a slot. Bolden will pick up maybe 4 or 5 yards on the carry.
Nice execution on that play. Oh, wow, Sly, let's check that. They picked up about 8 yards on that.
They picked up 8, hey.
That was a nice little tall sweep and had basically mano-a-mano, just kind of matched up and was able to out-push that Starr's Mill defense.
They'll send Sloan out in motion. They'll kick it out to Sloan on the swing pass. And I think his knee touched the ground. They're going to call his knee down, and that's going to be a loss. That'll be about a 5-yard loss on the play.
Yep, and they called him down. I also thought that might have looked like a flare pass down the field, maybe setting something up for later on in the game against Starr's Mill. I think they might want to watch that. But, expecting to see a lot of Quarterman Sloan in this game. We know exactly what he is to this Drew offense.
As you remember, a couple of weeks ago when we did the North Clayton versus Drew, North Clayton hit Drew up for a double pass. Hand on straight up the middle, wide open at the 40, the 50, the 40. Unless they have a scooter on the sideline, nobody's going to catch this young man straight up the field. Touchdown, Drew.
And right on cue, Sly, who is it? Quarterman Sloan.
Quarterman Sloan. Soon as you need him, he's there.
Yeah, we talked about it. We know what he is to this Drew offense, so you can expect to see a lot of him tonight. If I'm Starr's Mill, I have to be saying to myself as a coach, I have to not let Sloan beat me. But if I'm Drew, I'm doing exactly what they're doing. I'm going to make sure I get the ball in his hands and let him do what he does.
Quarterman Sloan blew up the field. My goodness. All right, as we attempt this extra point, here we go. Snap, hold, place, kick. And it looks like it's good over here. Well, Coach, with 8 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the first quarter, the score, 7-0. How do you stop that, Coach, when he just runs straight up the middle like that?
Well, Sly, that's one of those things where they just kind of lined up. We talked about it. They've been doing it on this first drive, pretty much drawing up plays and executing plays that put man on man out here. And like I always say, one foolproof way to play football is get your best athlete in space. And that's exactly what Drew did on that play, in actuality, on that sequence of downs. And as you can see, it paid off for them, Sly. Starr's Mill has to answer. We talked about it. I always say the most important possessions of a football game is the one to start the game and the one to start the second half. And on defense, Drew sent the message to this Starr's Mill offense that they're going to have to work tonight. And on offense, they sent a message to this Starr's Mill defense that, hey, you guys are going to have to work tonight. So looking forward to seeing the matchup tonight and seeing what or how much Drew can put out here tonight.
All right, here we go. High sideline one more time. He'll kick it back to Kuster. Now he has some room. Kuster lowers his shoulder. I like the way that big man runs. He'll be tackled down at the 50-yard line. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the big man.
Yes, sir. And, I think he takes offense to them kicking the ball to him every time, Sly. I think he's trying to send Drew a message saying, hey, you guys must think I'm coleslaw. There's no way I'm coleslaw. I'm going to show you guys how to run this kickoff. He's had 2 impressive returns out here as they kicked the short kick to him tonight, Sly.
All right, here we go. This time looks like they'll line up in, not a double tight, but that wide receiver's in there all for tight. They'll send the man in motion. They'll hand it to the motion man. Munnerlin's around the corner. Munnerlin has the first down and more with a blocker in front of him, and Munnerlin will pick up probably about 22 yards, but we do have some laundry on the field. It is,
and this is a game right here that makes you appreciate and love the football in high school, because we did Starr's Mills last year. And these same kids were on the field last year as youngsters. And you can see them now kind of growing and getting a little bit better. You see the experience, the way they play. So this is very interesting to watch these kids play against each other once again. So looking good out here so far on both sides of the ball.
That's one thing I don't like. You see the placement of the penalty flag. It's about 2 or 3 yards past the first down marker. So that means your runner got all the way to the first down, got the first down, and yet you decide to do something silly and cost your team.
Holding call on that one, Sly.
So take away the first down. It'll be second down and probably about, where they're going to mark it, about 7, second and about 7. All right, there's that tight formation again. Sending the man in motion, Munnerlin in motion. They'll hand it off straight up the middle. That's that old trap play. Trying to see who's the guard who came in there and kicked out that tackle, creating a hole.
And, we want to make sure we tell Drew they have to wrap Starr's Mill and their backs up because they are definitely convicted to the run. And you can tell as the way they run the ball. They run behind their pass. You cannot tackle them high. They've been breaking first contact all night. So Drew has to do a little bit better job of wrapping up.
Sweep to the outside, looking for some room. He has a corner and a man in front of him. He'll leap over a defender and he'll be brought down right about the 18-yard line. Dion Munnerlin.
Well, Sly, just a little bit of student body left, student body right. Came back to the left side with that sweep. They had success with it earlier going around the right. This time came back, tested the defense of Drew to the left, and was able to pick up a nice chunk of yardage out here. Drew is going to have to make some adjustments in order to slow that sweep down.
All right, first and 10. There's the wing T formation. They'll send the man in flat motion. Little counter action going on. He'll pick up maybe 3 yards on the carry. Nick Brown.
Nice little trap play right there, Sly. But Drew stayed at home, played position football, and was able to kind of corral that coming up there for a small gain.
One thing about this wing T offense, you follow the guards. If you play position defense and you follow those guards, read your keys, the guards will take you to the ball.
Yes, sir. You have to be disciplined on that defensive line. You have to be able to know how to get in the hip pocket of that trapping guy. Just different things, like you said, read your keys.
Here they go. They'll hand it back. Same play to the other side. Same action to the other side. Doesn't get too far.
And Drew is doing a good job out here tonight, doing exactly what we were talking about, reading their keys and staying at home, playing position football. And as you can see, it's doing them well right now.
No gain on the play. Maybe we'll give them a loss of one on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Ball on the 18-yard line. Let's see what DeLuca does. He's up under center, sending a man in motion. They'll fake it. He'll waggle out to the right. Has a man in the flats right there. Hits Fry, and Fry will walk on into the end zone. Touchdown, Rico Fry.
Nice play right there. And when you watch the Starr's Mill offense so far with this team, you can tell they have played together. Everybody pretty much is kind of on the same cadence, the same beat, the same speed, executed very well right there on that drive. Drew played good defense on that drive right there, Sly, but that was just a great job of play calling and execution by the Starr's Mill offense.
All right, extra point will be attempted by Whitaker Chu. Whitaker Chu, kicker for Starr's Mill. He has not missed a field goal all year. And he's still perfect on extra point attempts also. Well, Coach, with 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, the score 7-0. Now, Coach, last year when they played at Starr's Mill, the score was 64-48. They put up some points last year, Coach. They put up some serious points. I wonder if we'll have a replay of that this year.
Well, it looks like we're on our way. It looks like we're on a fast track out here tonight, Sly. Both teams able to get out here and score in different ways, but yet get on the board early. So we'll see. Depends on who's going to play defense out here tonight.
Who wants to be the first person to step up and play defense? That's how we'll decide this game.
Kick looking like a squib or an onside right here, Sly.
High kick. You can fair catch that ball, son. I think Starr's Mill will get it. No, Drew got it. That's something that a lot of the high school kids don't know. You can fair catch on a kickoff.
Well, exactly. And those things are not seen a lot, not coached a lot. So you tend to see it a lot on this level. Guys not knowing that they can utilize that as a tool or a weapon to be able to fair catch on the kickoff.
And see, what a lot of people don't understand is that's why when they kick the onside kick, they try to kick it on the ground first. They try to make it hit that big hop so that the front line can't call a fair catch. Here we go. Sloan will keep it straight up the middle. Sloan will get about 5 yards on the carry.
No, I think that was Noonan.
That was Noonan? I'm sorry. I'm all off. That was quarterback. That was Noonan. I'm sorry. One day I'll get it right. Joseph Newman. Newman with the quick pass. He'll hit a man. These guys are moving super fast out here. Kari Richards on the reception. 1st and 10.
Exactly. As they go with the no huddle, we know exactly what kind of pace Drew wants to set out here tonight.
Here we go. They'll hand it off to Sloan. Sloan goes up the middle, and he'll pick up maybe 4 yards on the carry. I like the way Sloan runs, Coach.
I like it as well. We've watched him play for a couple of years, and he never seems to disappoint.
Here we go. Shotgun formation. Newman snapping for the ball. They'll hand it off to Sloan, and he'll break free one more time. He'll pick up the first down and a whole lot more. That kid runs hard, Coach. I just love his field vision.
Absolutely. He definitely has great vision back there as a back. Power to go with it. And, of course, we've seen his speed, breakaway, and quickness in the hole.
Here we go. Newman's calling for the ball. Snapping hard. Blitz coming. Newman will keep it. Newman goes up for it. He'll lower his shoulder. He'll pick up the first down. And this Titan offense is moving, Coach.
Yes, they are. And has Starr's Mill, on their heels a little bit right here, trying to adjust and keep up with this fast break offense.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Ball on the 8-yard line. Sloan behind Newman. Newman will hand it off to Sloan. Sloan will break a tackle, but he won't go far. He's covered up in the backfield by quite a few Starr's Mill defenders, led on that play by Melvin Broomfield.
And that's what you have to do against an offense like this, fast break. Well, any offense for that matter. Penetration kills any offense, and that time Starr's Mill had plenty of penetration as they brought the blitz to be able to slow that fast break offense down.
All right, 2nd and 9. Sloan throwing over the top. Oh, pass interference. They had a WWE move over there in the corner.
Well, I think the young man knew he was beat. Never got a chance to get around on the ball. Just kind of slung him down right there. And of course, that's pass interference in the purest form. In that situation, Sly, still as a defensive coach, I take that rather than the touchdown.
Yeah, I take it all day because in high school, all they're going to do is go halfway to the goal line. And, I think you keep the same down. It's not even automatic first down. So I take it every day. It was definitely pass interference. If you're going to get a penalty, get a good one.
Absolutely.
Get your money's worth.
In this situation, it can't go but so far.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Shotgun formation. New back in the backfield. He'll just bust straight through for the touchdown, and they'll make it look really easy. Kari Richards. Who was that on the touchdown?
That was a nice
Kari Richards
play right there. Right up the gut. Kari Richards into the end zone for this Charles Drew Titan offense. They have definitely established the ground game out here tonight. Over 100 yards already rushing on the ground. Still first quarter. Hey, hold on to your hats tonight. We're in for a ride.
Snap, hold, place. Kick is blocked. It's blocked. One of the Panthers got the big paws up there to knock down that extra point. And, Coach, high-paced game like that might be big.
You're absolutely right. Those things tend to add up. And that may be a huge difference maker in this game tonight, Sly.
Well, with 3 minutes, 57 seconds to go, the score, 13-7, here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Here's the kick, and that one will go out of bounds. That got a little bit of work on the Drew kicking game, because we'll have to work on that in practice come next week.
Well, we'll definitely get a chance to see the referees in action out here tonight, working, moving the ball, respotting, calling it like they see it, because we have had quite a few illegal procedures out here on this kickoff to start this game out here this evening.
You know, maybe the kickoff team didn't get all their conditioning in this week, and Coach Lyles wants to get them running down the field so they'll get a little bit of conditioning going on.
Well, maybe so. Whatever it is, I'm sure Starr's Mill is happy about it, because they're giving them field position every time they do that.
All right, here we go. We'll set up one more time at the 35, at the 35-yard line. Line drive straight down the middle of the field. It'll be fielded by Nick Brown. Brown has it at the 35, lowers his shoulder, bounces around like a ping pong. A pinball, not a ping pong, pinball.
Nice looking run right there by Brown. He squared his shoulders, made a few moves, got up the field, took some contact, laid some contact. I think he's trying to shake it off right now. Good starting field position right here on this drive for Starr's Mill. Let's see if Drew can have a stout defensive stands right here to be able to slow down this Starr's Mill offensive attack.
All right, here we go. They'll shift that line over, unbalanced, sending Brown in motion. Now they'll go to the unbalanced side. A way to get in the backfield with a tackle for a loss, Mario Batty. Nice job filling the hole right there, coming up by Mario. Shooting through there. We talk about it. Penetration kills any offense. And that time you were able to see the penetration right there by Drew and Mario. Getting right up the field right there, diagnosing that early, taking it out before it had a chance to develop. That'll bring up second and about 12, second and 11 maybe. Ball on the 42-yard line. Here's that wing T formation. They'll send Brown in motion. They'll hand it back the other way. He'll be stood up by a host of Drew defenders. Looked like he was led on the play by Anthony Menchacha. I like that name, Menchacha. Sounds like you're having fun saying this. Nice name. He might make my all-name team. Well, let's see what Starr's Mill is going to do here. And third and long. Third and long, Starr's Mill. Coach Phillips says he likes to control the ball. He wants to run a huddle, use time off that clock. But now in third and long, you got to put it up there. He's a man who doesn't mind 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And you got a flag on the play. You know, this is an interesting play, Sly. Well, not anymore. As the officials walk this off against Drew, taking it from third and long to now third and 3. All right. Looks like the officials are going to call a timeout and talk it over and see what they have going on. Had a few things going on with the clock, but we'll get it right.
What did we set it at?
209.
This will bring up a third and 3.
It's on 20 minutes now. 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Blow the horn. Let's get them to stop it.
Uh-oh.
All right. We're trying to get everything together with the clock.
We'll get it squared away really quick here.
All right. There we go. We got it straight now. Clock is straight. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And as we can see, Sly, time is precious, especially in this game. We want to make sure that we get that clock exactly right. Marvelous job recovering there by our clock operator. That was a great job getting us back on track.
Give that man a raise. Here we go. Sending the man in motion here. He'll chop and go back the other side. Set back up in the original formation. Send him in motion again. Cross, counter. Fumble, ball on the play. Scoop it up. Great job by the defense from Charles Drew. And on that fumble recovery, who picked it up? I think that's number 30 on the fumble recovery, Jamari Stewart.
Wow. Now that is a break that Charles Drew needed right here. And Starr's Mill had began to seem as though they were going to pose a threat with their offense right there. But Drew able to come right back here and pick up the ball.
All right, 1st and 10, the ball on the 40-yard line. Let's see what Coach Lyles draws up. Newman will have it, play action pass, and he's going over the top. Oh, intercept. Ooh, almost got a tip drill down there. Good coverage by the Starr's Mills defenders back there on the play.
Yes, it was. And, Sly, you look like a guru on that play right there. In the booth, you called over the top. And I guess why not? A good situation. You just were able to recover a turnover, thinking that Starr's Mill head may be down a little bit, and you go over the top to try to kind of break them. But that time, Starr's Mill showed that, hey, they're still here and ready to play.
All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Sloan will shift back there. They'll hand it off to Sloan straight up the middle. And he'll pick up 4 or 5 yards. The little man, Sloan, carries a load with him when he goes.
Yes, he does. He runs with authority. That's what you like to see out of your running back, especially when they're compact like him. And it's like he'll be one of those guys that they'll say won't make it on the next level, but he'll make it on the next level.
Yes, sir. He's the type of player that we all need. Man in motion. Throwing, lot of contact on that play. I think it may be offensive pass interference.
Well, I hope they don't call that on the defense in that situation. I thought he was falling down and in position. However, if it is called on him as a coach, you can't be too upset with him on that play because he was in position.
Yep, and I think they're going to call it on the offense. It'll be offense.
They said an eligible player down.
Okay.
Right there.
Well, yeah, you can only have the 4 who can catch the ball down the field.
Well, we know sometimes when you make one call and it works out, sometimes it becomes a phantom call for another.
There you go. It'll be 4th down. They're going to decline the penalty. Nope. Yep.
Because it looks like he threw the flag in the area of the receiver and the DB.
Exactly.
Then they said illegal man down. Yeah. Nice call.
Here we go, 4th down. 4th and 6, ball on the 36-yard line. Newman will roll out to his right, feeling the pressure, steps up. Ooh, horse collar. No, that was a great sack. I thought it might have been a horse collar, but that was a great sack.
That was a highlight. First of all, number 6 on the defense was being held right in front of the
Anthony Davis.
As you can see, he had half of his jersey pulled off of him. He was being held. But he was able to reach out with one arm and make the play and pull Newman down. Well, at least we know he's been in the weight room.
Senior linebacker Anthony Davis.
He's been in the weight room.
Got his big paw out there and pulled Newman down.
Derek Thomas is looking down, smiling on that play, son.
Here we go. DeLuca's rolling out. Looking, has a man wide open on the sideline. Oh, just incomplete. And Coach, he had him wide open on the sideline. They ran out of the backfield. They sent all the action to the other side of the field, and he was wide open on the far side.
Oh, my. You can't draw it up any better than that, Slide. Had your guy wide open. DeLuca just overthrew him. Drew has to be wiping sweat off their brow on that one right there because they dodged the bullet Literally.
Yes, sir.
That play right there by Starr's Mill. Way on up and executed play.
My goodness, Coach. God, he was wide open. Woo. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Hand it off to the motion man, trying to find the seam. He does. He'll pick up 10 on the carry, and that'll be enough for the first down. Dion Mutterling.
You know, and sometimes we talk about this in football, Sly, that you don't have to make every play, but there are some plays that send a message to the players on the field that can have them off balance, out of whack, second guessing themselves. And I think that play right there that Starr's Mill ran and showed that they could get open when they want to has an effect on this Drew defense right now, because just on that same play, which same exact toss they've been running all day, they were able to get 10 yards on that play, and I think Drew was just not ready for it.
All right, they'll send the receiver, number 88, Brandon Rue. He'll be out wide by himself. They'll hand it off to the back, straight up, to the outside. Munderland tries to find his way forward and get some yards. And Munderland, nope, that wasn't Munderland. I'm sorry. Wrong guy. Coach, I'm getting old, man. The numbers, I can't see anymore.
That's all right.
Don't have a name for the young man, number 9.
Well, he was the gentleman that was wide open on that pass that Starr's Mill ran just before that play.
Well, Coach, that'll bring up the end of the first quarter. The score, 13-7, here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. Rico Fry on the carry. Rico Fry. That'll bring up 3rd and about 4. 3rd and about 4. 3rd and a short 4. All right, there's that wing T formation one more time. They'll send the jet man in motion, hand it back to Fry, and Fry will fall forward, and he'll fall just short of the first down.
You know, Sly, and just watching this Starr's Mill jet wing T, they like to run it to the short side.
Yes.
You know, as you can see, they're pretty much going to stay middle, and they go short side, and it seems as though they're going to keep that wide side open to go for the backside pass or any type of, you know, off balance play that they're going to run out of their offense. So if I'm Drew, I got to notice this trend and start trying to play to that and use it as a strength for my defense.
All right, here we go. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Ball on the 36-yard line. Blitz coming up the middle. They'll readjust it. Wing T. Now they're in the T formation. Timeout White. Coach Phillips wants to think about it. He'll bring his players over, and they'll sit down, and they'll think about it, Coach. 4th and 1, I think they might have tried, to get Charles Drew to jump, but they had a little bit of discipline over there. Didn't move.
Right. Saw something different that time out of Starr's Mill. Going into a T formation or what we call a Y formation back when I was in high school, or all different things. But
Called a power
at any
T.
rate, coming in something a little bit different than we've seen from them tonight. And Drew was disciplined, like you said, able to stay home and not get caught up and give up any free yardage. You know, and this is a classic football game. We've had some of everything here tonight. A little bit of sun, a little bit of heat, a little bit of mist, a little bit of wind, a little bit of coolness. Now we're back to calm out here. So this is a good night for football.
All right, here we go. 4th and 1. Handed off on the jet sweep, looking for the corner. He'll put his hand down, and he's straight up the middle. He's down the sideline to the 10. Step on into the end zone, young man. Touchdown, Dion Munnerlin.
Wow. Now that's how you execute a 4th and 1. You know, everybody's looking for you to go for 1, and you go get 30. You know, Drew had it played pretty much. They set the edge pretty well, but just gave up an alley. And usually this type of offense, what they're trying to do is get the alley. And they got the alley that time. And when you let a jet offense or a wing T offense or any type of edge type offense gets to the alley, usually it's going to be 7 points.
Yes, sir. Snap, whole place blocked. Kick was blocked on the play. Who was that? Number 45 got through there. Mario Biate. Called his name a couple of times, the young man, and the score 13-13 with 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the Clayton County High School game of the week. Welcome back to the Clayton County High School game of the week. There's that high kick. He'll field it, trying to find some room and sneak up the middle. He'll pick up maybe about 5 yards. Justin Fant-Royal.
And you gotta love those up men, Sly. You know, they don't touch the ball a whole lot, but when they do, you can see them running like a raging bull trying to get up the field and get as many yards as they possibly can just to see if they can break that thing into a touchdown.
Yes, sir. No fair catches around here. These guys want it. All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. Newman's back there. Sloan's behind him. He'll hand it off play action pass. He'll hit a man on the little hook curl, and he'll pick up about 8 yards. About 12 yards on the carry. Who got that? On the catch. It's number 17, Bryson Duckworth.
Yep, and nice adjustment and play right there by Charles Drew and their offense. Pretty much read option motion, but catching the defensive backs sleeping there a little bit.
All right, they'll hand it off to Sloan. Sloan finds another hole. One man to beat. Cut back. Oh my goodness! Whoa! He cut back and got in the end zone. What a move! Check that kid's ankles.
And you saw it coming. He went straight toward the pylon and led him over there to him and just gave him an inside-out move and was able to get to the goal line and get across the goal line with the ball. This kid is very explosive. We've called his name a lot through the years, Quarterman Sloan.
And that's one of the advantages of being up here in the booth. Everybody up high saw that cutback coming. The only person who didn't see it was the free safety. and he ended up on the ground.
Yes, he did. And I want to give Sloan credit. He set it up like he was a master.
My goodness. Handed off straight up the middle, trying to find some room, and the 2-point conversion is no good. Tried to hand it off to Kahari Richards, and Richard gets nowhere. Well, Coach, with 9 minutes, 48 seconds to go, the score 19-13 here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Here's the kick. Oh, it'll hit off the defender, and it'll roll out of bounds. My goodness, it'll roll out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and that is a big play, a big mental mistake by Mr. Munderland on that play.
Yes, it was. You know, that hurt his team right there. First of all, he had a chance to return that kick. Secondly, though, it puts them in a deep hole right here as far as field position is concerned. But Starr's Mill has shown that they can move the ball out here on this Drew defense. So let's see if Charles Drew can use this as ammunition to slow down the Starr's Mill offense and protect this lead that they have.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Starr's Mill will have it. Sending a man in motion. They'll hit it to Mr. Munderland on the motion. Munderland has the corner. He cuts back in, and he'll pick up the first down and step out of bounds for a gain of about 11 on the play.
Well, I guess he said, Coach, don't worry about it. I'll get it back. That was a nice run right there to kind of make something out of nothing. Pretty much the same play they've been running all night. And that time, Drew played it well. You know, they played it pretty well all night, but on the same token, Starr's Mill has executed pretty well also. So, you know, in that respect, Munderland was able to get up the field and get some nice yardage there for his offense.
You know, well played by the Titan defense all the way to the last minute. They stretched it out, and then he found that seam and he cut it up. Here we go. DeLuca roll out. DeLuca has a man downfield. Oh, and I think he went to the late flag in there. They got a late flag in there. I think it's going to be pass interference.
It just happened. I saw. Maybe he didn't. I don't know, Sly. I didn't see anything on that one right there that kind of constitute into a PI call right there, pass interference. Maybe it's another legal man downfield or something like that. Let's see what happens.
But, Coach, you know what, though? DeLuca missed his receiver. Whoever he had running the post route down the middle of the field, he had that post route, and that receiver, I think it was Brandon Rue, I think it was number 88, running a post route, and he had a step on his defender.
Wow. Yep, he had a couple of options that time. Just couldn't connect and put the ball right there where he wanted it or where it should be.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Oh, fumble, ball on the floor. And I think Charles Drew will recover. Look at that, Johnny on the spot right there. Javante McGirt falls on the big snacks.
Wow. Are you kidding me? You know, and sometimes as a coach, you can get ahead of yourself. I saw during that whole time when the referees were placing the ball and marking off the yards, the coach in DeLuca's ear over on the sideline, which tells me he was trying to kind of construct a play on the field, and that time it hurt him. You know, what they've been working with all night. and they tried something different. And that time they put the ball on the turf.
Here we go. 1st and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. No safety over the top. Coach Lyles is going for it. Oh, what a catch! Did he pull it in?
Oh,
my goodness, what a catch! Are they going to mark? Yes.
Gave it to a one-hand catch out there. Oh my goodness, laying out his impression of OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. That was a nice one-handed catch out there.
Cedric Davenport, the captain out there, Mr. Davenport, with the one-hand grab to pull it in. Hand it off to Sloan, straight up the middle. That's money. He'll pick up about 4 or 5 yards. There's some things you can count on. The sun's going to rise, and Sloan's going to get you positive yardage.
Yes, he is. He's been doing it for too long. He is a veteran at getting the ball up the field. You know, that was sparked by Davenport, and we talk about, you know, he doesn't get all the accolades of Sloan and Newman, but he definitely gets his name called, and is an integral part of what Drew does out here.
Here we go. They'll fake it to Davenport. Newman will keep it. Newman will try to juke to the outside. And he'll be met and brought down by a few defenders. Anthony Davis, a strong man linebacker over there, was the first man on the play.
You know, and sometimes as a quarterback, you got to know when to go down that time. Newman fortunate not to have any injury or come out of that play without any injury as he tried to get some extra yardage, but you know,
here we go. Newman gives it to Sloan on the outside. He hits the B button, and he'll spin down and around, and he'll be close to the first down.
You know, one thing's for sure, they're going to get the ball in Quarterman Sloan's hands out here, some shape, form, or fashion. So, you know, he's going to try to get the ball in there, and they're going to ride him to get this ball into the end zone.
All right. Got a timeout on the field. It'll be third, I would say 3rd and 0. That's really tight down there, Coach.
Very tight. A couple of inches to get a fresh set of downs out there.
Okay, they're going to bring the chains out there. They'll get that measurement. Well, 7 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the half. Drew is driving down the field, threatening to score. Just short.
Short on the spot here. Brings up a 4th down in inches.
4th and inches. Drew has a pretty big offensive line. But Starr's Mill, they hadn't missed any meals over there on that defensive line either.
Well, you got to figure that Drew is going to go for this right here. I mean, you have Sloan in the backfield. You have Davenport. You have Newman. All those guys are shifty. All those guys are veterans. All those guys know how to get the big play for you. You definitely want to ride those guys. I'm not surprised right here about Drew going for this right here.
Here we go, shotgun formation. Newman, Sloan will be right behind him. Empty backfield. Will Newman keep it and go straight? High snap, goal! Newman tries to fight for it, and he will not make it. Great defensive stand. Great defensive stand by the Starr's Mill defense. And Coach, I'm about to get mad, Coach. You know, me and you, Coach, I think we come from the same tree. We agree on a lot of things. But, Coach, it was a great invention that the football gods made a long time ago, and that was called a fullback, Coach. They invented this position called a fullback that we have seen the loss. There's no more fullbacks in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sly, in that situation, I don't know why you don't take the points to kick the field goal. You know, you take the points and you continue to stretch that lead out right there and make Starr's Mill work. In that situation right here, you know, you go for it. That's basically a turnover. Even though you didn't put the ball on the ground, that's a turnover.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Nothing going up the middle on that.
You know, if you kick the field goal on that one, Slice, it's 22-13. I mean, you're up by 9 points.
9 points.
9 points. So they have to score twice in order to beat you. So I'm not quite understanding why you go for that on fourth down. Especially early on in the game.
Coach, I've never understood the shotgun inside the 5-yard line. I'm just old school, Coach.
Well, me too, and I believe in scoring and kicking. You never can go wrong when you put points on the board.
All right, here we go. They'll hand it off to Mutterlin. Mutterlin finds that seam, and Mutterlin's brought down short of the first down. He'll be probably a yard short. But Coach, I guess that's the benefit of being up here, Coach. We can Monday morning quarterback all night long, Coach.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That is the beauty about being in the booth. But those things right there kind of, I feel like they're small in stature at the time, but they're huge in the complexion of the game.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. They'll send Mutterlin in motion. They'll hand it off to the fullback straight up the middle. And he'll fight forward. And I think he will get the spot. He will get the first down.
Nice job right there, just going straight up the field, eliminating any errors for any chances of going backwards and losing yards. Just kind of straight up the field that time by Starr's Mill, and they were able to convert the first down.
16-yard line.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Starr's Mill sending the man in motion. They'll bring it back on the counter. Goes nowhere. Good stop on the play. It's that young man, number 47 on the tackle, Jalaniel.
That was a nice play by the backer that time to strafe across the formation to come up and take care of that run right there. A little bit of wing T action there, coming across the formation, trying to get up the field on a little bit of trap and misdirection right there by Starr's Mill. But way to stay home and play position football right there by our linebacker.
12 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. 2nd and 9. They'll roll out, waggle pass. He'll tuck it and run for himself, and he'll just step out of bounds. Nice run on the play by DeLuca. DeLuca, he'll pick up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yes, sir. And that time, the kitchen was on fire. He backed up and got back there, and pretty much Charles Drew had decided they were going to sell out a little bit. Once they saw it was a pass, everybody kind of committed and took off in chase of the football. And DeLuca was smart enough and savvy enough to get up the field and get some positive yardage out of that play.
All
right, that'll bring up 3rd and about 2. 3rd and about 2. Sending a man in motion. They'll hand it to him on the wing, trying to find some room. He'll pick up the first down plus.
Nice looking play right there by Starr's Mill. They are executing that jet sweep to a T out here tonight. As we can see, that's their bread and butter play. That's the cornerstone of their offense, that jet sweep. Good tackle right there by the cornerback, number 4 out there, open field tackle. Had he not tackled him, I think Mutterlin would have still been running all the way back to Fayette County.
Shamar Vance on the tackle, Mr. Vance. But it'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10, ball on the 30. Panthers trying to move the ball up the field. Hand it off to the fullback. Big load of a man going down the field, who is Rico Fry on the carry.
Fry on the carry, and that time running hard. Anytime you can get 11 yards out of your fullback on a dive, you're doing pretty good with your offensive line as well as execution of your plays. And see, that time, that action of Mutterlin after a big gain off of that jet sweep had, I think, Charles Drew kind of guessing where the ball was trying to go on that play.
Yes, sir. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 42-yard line. Penalty on the play. They'll stop it before they get started.
You know, Slide, I like to say when you run up against these, getting tongue tied up, it's like you talking about you getting on. I'm getting a little something going on, but I think one of the things about running up against these types of offenses is that it's just like watching a rerun, because the formation is the same, the action is the same all the time, and just as well as I do, it's hard to watch the same rerun over and over again. So sometimes you start missing little parts, thinking you know what's going to happen, so you fast forward. Well, in this day and age with DVR, so with some of these players, when they see these actions, sometimes they're kind of misreading the cues, jumping onto something else, and they're missing the cues. The Starr's Mill is
all right. Pass going back, set up the screen. He has a block. Hard running right there, and he'll pick up the first down plus more, about a 25-yard pickup.
Perfect time to run the screen right there out of Starr's Mill. Perfect execution by DeLuca. He led the defenders to him, pulling them away. I'm having trouble tonight, Slide. My lips getting stuck together or something out here. I don't know what's going on. Tongue getting lazy, but pulling the defenders away from the fullback that time, tight end that time, and just kind of dumping the ball to him and just wide open. But a flag on the play, so all of that for nil.
I think that was Garrett Houston, number 5, the tight end on the kick on that tight end screen. And that'll bring up 2nd and very long. 2nd and 16.
Good looking play. You love to see those inside screens, especially to the big guys. They look really good when they're able to execute them out there, Slide.
Yes, sir. They get a chance to get down the field. The big guys love it. I'm sorry, not 2nd. It'll be 1st. 1st down. Sending that man in motion. They'll hand it off to the fullback. He'll spin out of a tackle and fall forward and get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was a good run right there out of Rico Fry. Straight ahead. He's shown that he has some power and some leg drive out here. So they're kind of trying to hit Drew out here with a 1-2 punch of Fry and Munderland out here tonight.
Brings up 2nd down, 10.
All right, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. DeLuca will fake it to the inside. He'll keep it on that option look, and he'll be brought down for a pickup of about 7. DeLuca has a nice little speed on him. Look, get up and go with DeLuca.
Yes, he does. He's deceptive out there, i.e., Aaron Rodgers would probably be smiling on him out there, looking like he can't really move, but once he gets the ball and gets into the open field, a lot quicker, shiftier, and faster than you think. So Drew might want to kind of key on that a little bit, because that can come out to hurt him in this game tonight.
Here we go, 3rd, 4, ball on the 49-yard line. Sending it back, and he'll spin out of Fryer, he'll make a man miss. Fryer lower his shoulder on the sideline, and he'll pick up about 15 on the carry for the 1st down and more.
Looking good out there for Fryer. We talked about it. He definitely brings a load, intensity, and good feet. Leg drive. One thing about him, you never see his feet stop moving. He hit his B button on that play, able to spin out of a tackle, lower his shoulder on the sideline, and move the chains for the Starr's Mills offense.
All right, just under 2 minutes, 1 minute 59 seconds to go in the half. Starr's Mill is driving the ball down the field. Penalty on the play. Oh, timeout. Coach Lyles wants to talk it over with his team and get his boys set up. Well, we're here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. The score, 19-13. Drew on top of Starr's Mill.
On both sides.
Welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. It's Sylvester Williams, joined by Coach T. Nolan in the booth. We got a good one. 19-13, a minute and 57 seconds to go in the half. They'll roll out. DeLuca's looking, throws off his back foot. Good defense over there. Who is that? Number 4, Shamar Vance. Got his hand up to break that up. Great job of defending the pass by Vance.
Wow. DeLuca just that time, just threw it up and was praying it was going to come down. I think an ill-advised throw by him that time could have been very bad for that Starr's Mill offense. Could have been intercepted that time, but lucky it wasn't.
That could have went really bad for the Panthers. Luca should have set his feet. Or even so, Luca has a little bit of speed. He could have just kept going to that corner.
Exactly.
They'll hand it off. He cuts back up the field, and he's met by a host of defenders. The first one back there was Jala Neal. He's the one who slowed up the running back.
Well, one thing's for sure, as we see, Drew has to make some adjustments out here to stop this Starr's Mills offensive attack, and, we pretty much see it. I mean, Starr's Mill, I guess they're not bashful about it, Sly, but they're going to run up the middle to the short side, and they're going to pass to the wide side. They do it every time. DeLuca's going to roll to that wide side. He's going to throw the ball if it's going to be a pass. Other than that, they're going to run the ball up the middle or to the short side. Let's see if Drew can figure that out and make some adjustments.
All right, we got 3rd and 11, sending Munderland in motion. They boot out. He has that man wide. That play has been there all night long, Coach. It has been there.
It has been there, and, nice execution. I know they just wish they could have kind of got into the end zone on that play right there, but nice execution right there, and kind of having this Titan defense off balance out here right now tonight on this drive, not knowing exactly where the attack of the Starr's Mills offense is coming from out here. They're coming from everywhere out here tonight, Slav.
Brandon Rue has been open all night on that post route, and they finally connected. Here we go, 1st and goal. Trying to get to the outside, and he'll get to that pylon. Touchdown, Munderland.
And you got to like what Starr's Mill did on that time slide. And they wasn't bashful about it. They got the ball in their best players' hands, and they ran their bread and butter jet sweep left like they've been running all night. And as you can see what it did for them, it got them into the end zone.
You got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
That was one of those calls where on the sideline, they looked at coach, and coach said, "Oh, you already know. Run the jet sweep left to Munderland. There's no secret."
Here we go. Snap, hold, bobble, kick. And it's good. And the score, 20-19 here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week.
38.6 seconds.
And it's like we talked about it. That is where that going for the 4th down on 4th and inches when you're in field goal range, that hurts right now because now you're down 1 when you could have been up 2. This is a 3-point swing right here, Slide, and it could really come back to haunt this Charles Drew.
Yes, sir. That 3-point swing could really come back to hunt the Charles Drew Titans. But let's see what we have. It's 38 seconds to go in the half. The score, 19-20. The score, 19-20.
Yeah.
The Panthers on top. Let's see if they'll kick it deep. They've short kicked it all night long. A little deeper.
Thank you, got it.
The other guy his teammate called the fair catch. His teammate was a little too anxious for him.
Well, they said they'll get it one way or the other.
But
I didn't really know that you could call a fair kick for someone else. Now that right there is new on me.
But I get it makes sense though, because if you see one man signaling fair catch, if you're on defense, you you'll probably slow up. So I understand.
It could definitely be used as some gamemanship out there, but I just learn something new every day. And I've been around this game for a long time and never knew that you could do that.
All right, here we go. 33 seconds to go in the half. Newman's in the shotgun. He'll fake it to Sloan. Blitz coming from the outside, setting up the screen. Hits the receiver. He'll stumble and bumble, and he'll make it to the first down, and that'll stop the clock. Jordan Bolden.
Wow, and that was a shoestring tackle. Touchdown saving shoestring tackle, because only thing could have stopped him would have been Terra Boulevard if he'd have been running out there.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Newman's looking, throwing it deep down to Bolden, down the sideline. Oh! Just over the hands. And the receiver and the cornerback were getting to know each other. They were going down the sideline.
Yes, they were. I thought they were giving each other dap running down the field, sliding away. They were kind of touching on each other a little bit. And as you can see, that Drew receiver kicked into another gear trying to get down the field on the fly, but not able to connect right there for Newman and his receiver.
Philip Fluffman on the coverage. 12 seconds to go. Coach Lyles is going to call timeout.
Well, actually, Starr's Mill actually called that timeout right now.
Okay.
I'm thinking they want to set up, make sure they don't give up anything big or give up any score right here going into the half.
There you go, setting things up.
You would kind of think right here, if you're Drew, that you're going to get the ball into Sloan's hands.
All right. 12.5 seconds to go in the ball game. You got to look at the homecoming court over there. It's homecoming tonight. It is homecoming tonight. All right. For the Charles Drew Titans. Got to look at everybody dressed up all nice and pretty. But it's a football game, Coach. We care less about homecoming. We're here for football. Here we go. They'll be back extra deep. Three receivers to the wide side of the field. Newman's back there with Sloan. Three rushers up front. Set up the screen to Sloan. Sloan will be bumped out of bounds with about 5 seconds to go in the half. Ball will be down on the 49-yard line.
And that's what you want to do. If I'm Drew, no matter what it takes or how far I'm away, I want to get the ball in quarterback's own hand. I mean, he's the best guy. He has the best chance at breaking it for you. And we've seen tonight, he can get a chunk of yards in a hurry for you.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Newman's back there. Newman's looking. Newman will pull it down and run. Flag on the play. Newman jukes it. He'll be brought down from behind, but there's a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a holding back there. That's back in that holding territory. Well, Coach, I think that's going to be the end of the second quarter. We're here at the half. The score: Starr's Mill 20, Drew 19.
Good evening, Titan family. At this time, we welcome you to Homecoming 2015.
Carol, I think it's I know the game. Yeah, that's exactly what
I don't have the players' names.
We present to you our class and club kings and queens. First, Mr. and Miss Air Force JROTC, Miss Jakiria Roberts. Jakiria is an active member in Air Force JROTC, SGA, and she also participates in cheerleading, color guard, and drill. She is the daughter of Lakia Griffin. Her favorite subject is chemistry, and she is inspired by Senior Keaton. After high school, she intends to become an obstetrician gynecologist in the United States Air Force. Mr. ROTC, Dathan Williams. Dathan is an active member in Air Force JROTC. He participates in color guard, drill, and band. He is the son of Norris Williams and Elnora Wright. His favorite subject is history, and he's inspired by his mom and dad. After high school, he intends to go to college and join the Air Force, operating as a fighter pilot. Mr. and Miss Chorus, Ekimini Udom and Jamal Moffitt. Ekimini is a member of the Charles Drew High School Chorus. She's the daughter of Francis and Idara Udom. Ekimini enjoys singing, dancing, baking, reading, and writing. Her favorite subjects are math and science. She's inspired by her parents, and after high school, she wants to become a doctor. She sends a special thanks to her family, friends, Mr. Jones, Ms. Wilkerson, and the homecoming court for allowing her to participate. Mr. Jamal Moffitt is the son of Chalinda Pittman and a member of the Charles Drew High School Chorus. He's interested in basketball and construction and aspires to be a professional ball player. He's inspired by life. He wishes to go to college after high school. Jamal sends a special thanks to his teachers, his mom and dad, his grandparents, and his coaches. Mr. and Miss SGA, Gabrielle June and Tyreek Carr.
Go on. Where's the passing?
What?
Passing.
Oh, it should be. What about it? Passing yard.
Mr. and Miss Hosa. Miss Hosa Zelina Henry
Camps completion.
and Mr. Hosa Christopher Ponder. Zelina is an active member of HOSA. She's the daughter of Kathy Murray and Lee Henry. Zelina participates in volleyball, and she trains younger kids to become more proficient in the sport. She's inspired by her mom, and she aspires to be successful and happy in life. After high school, she wishes to attend Albany State University to major in business and management. Zelina would like to send a special thanks to Mrs. Durley for always being there for her and for never judging her. Mrs. Durley, you are the best blessing I have yet to receive in my high school career. Christopher is an active member of HOSA. He's the son of Tanja Etheridge and Ivan Ponder. He enjoys playing basketball, gaming, and running track. He's inspired by Kevin Durant because he defeated the odds. He intends to go to a 4-year college for physical therapy and wishes to send a special thanks to his parents and the teachers who have pushed him. Mr. and Miss Orchestra, Ashley Clayton and Fred Little. Ashley is a member of the orchestra, and in her spare time, she enjoys singing, reading, writing, and playing instruments. She's the daughter of Pamela and Montreal Clayton. Her favorite subject is Spanish, and she's inspired by her mother, who always pushes her to do her best in everything. After high school, she wishes to become a registered nurse in order to inspire people and make them happy while they are sick. Frederick is an active member of the orchestra, and he was born to Bridget and Frederick Little Sr. He enjoys exercising, reading, and making music. Frederick is inspired by those with gifts, including friends, family, peers, and teachers. After high school, Frederick wants to attend college to become a psychiatrist. Frederick sends a special thanks to all his teachers and both of his parents. Miss Bass, Chelsea and YDK.
Number 2 reception. Number
2.
Mr. and Miss Band, Georgia Simpson and Keyshawn Belva. Miss Softball and Mr. Baseball. Miss Softball is Deja Frederick. Deja was born to Sylvia Frederick and Davy Keno. Deja enjoys softball and ROTC, and her favorite subject is economics because it's the way of life. She's inspired by becoming a better person daily, and she aspires to be happy with herself. After high school, she intends to attend University of West Georgia, and she wishes to send a special thanks to Coach Smith, Coach Jeffrey, her parents, and the Lady Titans softball team. Mr. Mason Williams is on the football team at this time, and he was born to Tina and Frank Williams. He enjoys playing baseball and football. He's inspired by making money. After high school, he intends to attend Georgia State, Kennesaw State, or University of West Georgia to major in sports medicine. Mr. and Miss FCCLA, Esther Akinola and Cameron Humphrey. Esther was born to Ruth and Matthew Akinola. In her spare time, she enjoys running and playing the French horn. She's a member of FCCLA, the marching band, track, and ROTC. She aspires to change the world by any means possible, and she intends to attend Georgia Southern. She wishes to give a special thanks to her best friends for pushing her to do her best in everything she does. She would also like to thank her sister for being a great part of her life. Cameron Humphrey was born to Angela and Keith Humphrey. In his spare time, he enjoys playing soccer, spending time with friends, and creating things. His favorite subject is forensic science and criminal investigations. He's inspired by his parents, and he looks to give not only of himself, but future generations a future to look forward to. Mr. and Miss Ninth Grade, Kiana Jones and Omar Colbert. Kiana enjoys reading and photography. She's inspired by her mother, who wishes for her to do better and be better. Kiana is an active member of HOSA, and she wants to graduate from the University of Florida and become an entrepreneur or a nurse. Omar was born to Demetrius Colbert and Kaif Hills. He aspires to one day be a successful entrepreneur with a doctorate in computer programming. Omar wishes to thank his mom and his sister. Mr. and Miss 10th grade, Haley Pittman and Omar Hunter. Haley was born to Janique Black. She enjoys American government, volleyball, and reading. After high school, Haley wants to attend Loyola University to major in criminal justice. Haley sends a special thanks to Catherine Murray and Coach Boudrin Roberts. Omar was born to Tamika and John Hunter. He enjoys math and playing basketball. After high school, he wishes to attend the University of Kentucky. He wants to send a special thanks to his mom and grandma, who inspire him to do great, and to his sister and brother, who keep him in check. Mr. and Miss 11th grade, Derica Chelsea and Trayvon Murray. Trayvon was born to Jodell and Thalia Murray. He enjoys math and is inspired by Marshawn Lynch. After high school, he wishes to attend UGA and become a professional football player and architect. He wants to give a special thanks to his dad for being the best dad he can be. At this time, we present to you our finalists for Mr. and Miss Charles Drew High School. Our first finalist is Miss Jada Hargrove. Jada is being escorted by William Tripp Black. Jada was born to James Hargrove and Jennifer Laban. She's a member of Beta Club, National Junior Honor Society, Vice President of the Yeah Club, and she's Senior Class Secretary, Captain of the volleyball team. She's a Kitty Hawk tutor and yearbook committee. She's also Commander-in-Chief of Air Force JROTC. Jada enjoys math and is inspired by both Beyonce and failure because they keep her humble. In life, she aspires to be happy and intends to play basketball and major in therapeutic services at Alcorn State, JSU, Winthrop, or Lander. Jada would like to thank God, Team Hargrove, the student body, her parents, her sister, and her family. Jamara Johnson. Jamara was born to and is being escorted by James and Jaquila Johnson. She participates in gymnastics at Zero Gravity and is a member of FCCLA. In her spare time, she enjoys makeup, helping her church and her community, and gardening with her grandmother. Her favorite class is economics with Dr. Bostic, and she's inspired by her mother and sister because they teach her to be humble and that patience is the key to life. After high school, she intends to attend the University of California, and she wishes to major in forensic science. Jamara would like to send a special thanks to God, her family, her friends, Miss Rittenberry, and her mother, Jaquila. Khadijah Norman. Khadijah was born to Benny and Rashad Muhammad, and she's being escorted by Gomez Mack. She enjoys writing, hanging out with her family, and spending time with her friends. Her favorite classes are math and literature, and she's inspired by her mother and her two sisters. After high school, she wants to attend Tennessee State University to major in nursing and education. She sends a special thanks to her loving mother, Miss Alta, and her caring sisters for their motivation and unconditional love. Our candidates for Mr. Charles Drew High School, Carlos Campos. Carlos was born to Maria Campos and Jose Espinoza. Tonight, he's being escorted by Leslie Torres. Jose is a member of JROTC, drill team, and color guard, as well as the National Art Honor Society. In his spare time, he enjoys drawing, sleeping, and being active on social media. He's inspired by his parents, and after high school, wants to attend Stanford or GSU. Carlos sends a special thanks to his mother, Octavia Lambert, and to everyone who voted for him. Antonio Gamble Jr. Antonio Gamble Jr. is being escorted tonight by his mother, Latangela Phipps, and his sister, Armani Monet. Antonio enjoys math and aspires to attend Alabama State University. He hopes to major in sports medicine. He is a member of the National Society of High School Scholars, and he would like to send a special thanks to his teachers and friends. Jamari Stewart. Jamari Stewart is being escorted by his mother, Donna Stewart. Jamari enjoys math, and he's inspired by his coaches, who he credits with showing him how to be a man when operating in the world. He hopes to attend Georgia State University, and he desires to major in communication. Jamari wishes to give a special thanks to God, his coaches, his teachers, his family, and his friends who have been instrumental in his life. At this time, we present Mr. and Miss Culinary Arts. We present to you our homecoming court. Our second runner-up to Mr. Charles Drew High School is Jamari Stewart, Mr. Blue. Our Miss Blue is Khadijah Norman. Runner-ups, Mr. Gold is Carlos Campos. And Miss Gold, Jamara Johnson. Please help me congratulate our Mr. Charles Drew High School 2015-2016, Antonio Gamble Jr. And Miss Charles Drew High School 2015-2016, Miss Jada Hargrove. To all our contestants and our winners, we are very proud of you. You represent us very well.
So Mom gets to hold the crown and the sash. Mom gets to hold the crown and the sash because he's a football player and has to get back to the locker room.
We're gonna have whatever slice too.
What am I saying?
That's a nice game. We had the whole a bunch of stuff that he kept putting down below. It might be in the the Clayton County game.
To see a replay of tonight's game and the halftime show, go to YouTube and search the Clayton County Game of the Week. At this time, I present to you the Charleston High School Marching Titans under the direction of Mr. Stephen Anderson.
Why is Jada in a wheelchair? She's bigger. Oh. So it's not a terrible sprain. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So I'm walking out of school. She's back. I'm so sad for you guys to raise. I know. It's like, oh, really? But you know, I know it's life, but it's kind of like it's life. Yeah. But at least it's not. That's what we're afraid of. Yeah, it is. You did a good job, though. Is it starting to come in?
No, it's just cold.
Oh, that too.
I am cold. Corner over in this corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more. I'm going to get there. Only another half to go. God damn.
I used to be a football official, and we have an official who's been Southwest Conference, and he's been official for probably 40 years, about 70. And he'd go out and he could be ready to catch some dog. Isn't it a beautiful night for football? Whatever night it was a beautiful night for football. I have no idea who he is.
How you doing, sir? You might have been high. You might have want to talk.
Did you find out what you needed about the kicker?
Not his name yet.
That's why I didn't want to have my well.
I tried to think I had no idea what it was. No, I heard one of the announcers say they didn't have the kicker's name. I don't know if it was this guy or
He doesn't.
Just got a minute to go. We're going to need to move over just a little bit here. Get a little cooler out there.
Yeah, it is.
You have the kicker for the group. You have his name.
Yeah, it's a different number. And on the that shit. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I do.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
As soon as that goes off, we'll do 3. Oh, we can go now.
It's all good. It's all good. I got it here. It used to be 95.
So Sheldon Sewell.
Sewell. C-W-E-L-L.
I have to reset mine.
Welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Sylvester Williams in the booth with Coach T. Nolan. We're here at halftime. We got a good one going on tonight, Coach. The score, 19-20. Starr's Mill on top. Coach, man, we got a good game going on tonight. Coach, I'm going to throw out some stats to you for a second, Coach, so you can see some stats we're going to bring up as soon as I can get my magic graphic thing working over here. Boom. Here we go. We'll start off Dion Munnerlin from Starr's Mill. He had 10 carries for 112 yards with a touchdown. Dion Munnerlin. Big play guy. On the other side, Quarterman Sloan, he had 8 carries, 160 yards. 160 yards in the first half and 2 receptions for 4 yards. These guys, total offense tonight. Starr's Mill has 232 yards and Drew has 290 yards of total offense. These guys are moving the ball, Coach.
Yes, they are. Out here gobbling up real estate, trying to establish the running game or who has the most dominant running game out of the two teams. They both run it very well. They both have good backs, as you can see, Munnerlin and Sloan. Munnerlin being for Starr's Mill and Sloan being for Charles Drew. So, and also, Sly, now the fullback, Rico Fry for Starr's Mill, kind of put his signature on the game a little bit in that game. He had 9 carries for 47 yards, and they were nice, positive yards, well-timed to get some important first downs for the Starr's Mill offense. And, we're going to see if they're going to stay with that as the game goes. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure they are going to stay with it. We know they're committed to that jet wing tee. They've been running it all night, and they have a bread and butter play they've been doing. So let's see what kind of adjustments Charles Drew can get out here tonight to slow their offense down. I mean, this is pretty much what we expected. Both teams winning records, both teams same region, both teams having motivation to get out here and get this game slide. So this can kind of really work out for them as far as seeing what teams can get out here and get it done out here tonight. And like you said, no defense, huh?
No defense, a lot of offense going on tonight. Let's say throwing the ball. Let's check it out. Stats looks like we're going 3 for 5. Joey DeLuca for 69 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse my bad handwriting. On the other side, I have terrible. No, I'm sorry. 3 for 5 for 56 yards. 3 for 5 for 56 yards for Joey DeLuca. And 6 for 9 for 87 yards for Mr. Joseph Newman. Joseph Newman was 6 for 9 for 87 yards with the ball in the air.
It's like you remind me of an old coach I had in high school. Every time he wrote on the board, and he turned around and talked to the team, he would turn back around the board and go, "Who wrote this? I can't even read this." And he would be the one who wrote it. We used to have so much fun off of that. And I tell you what, it gets like that sometimes. And he only did that because he was so passionate. Grabbing the marker a little too hard, pushing down a little too hard, trying to get his point across. And he would forget by the time he monologued and came back, he would forget what he wrote up there and he couldn't even read his own handwriting.
Us great speakers, us great orators, we often make that mistake.
So you can talk but can't write, huh?
I can talk but can't write. Penmanship was never my strong point in elementary school.
Well, that would definitely make it be a reason why you would be the orator and not the journalist.
That sounds about right. Speaking of journalists, we have a packed house tonight. We have representatives from the Clayton Daily News. We have the Southern Crescent Buzz here tonight. This is the game of the week. This is a big game for the region and the sub-region. Playoff implications are on the line here tonight.
You're right about that. And whoever comes out of here with the victory tonight is in the driver's seat going into the latter part of the season, which is right where you want to be. You get a chance to kind of somewhat control your destiny in this GHSA. It's just, you don't know right now which way it's going to go. It's a 50-50 chance in this game tonight. I mean, we have a 1-point spread. Both teams are hungry. Both teams are out here playing. I mean, this is football at its finest.
Yes, sir, Coach. We're about to get ready to get this thing started here in the second half. Starr's Mill will line up. Drew actually won the toss, but they decided to defer to the second half. Starr's Mill, they'll come out with that high kick. And it'll be fielded. No, it'll bounce. It'll hit the ground, trying to find some room on the sideline. Number 6 will carry a couple people. Jordan Bolden will carry a couple of people and power his way up to about the 48-yard line.
You know, so I thought that kick was going to be trouble. No one called fair catch, and no one really made a beat on the ball. Let the ball hit the turf. But luckily for Drew, number 6 was able to pick it up and move the ball up the field, actually. So not a bad return.
All right, here we go. First and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. Joseph Newman under the center. Now he'll go back into the shotgun, empty backfield. Sloan's to his right in the slot. Newman will roll out to that way, flings it to a man on the outside, has a block, spins it off, and he'll pick up maybe 9 yards on the catch. Mason Williams. Mason, I like that last name.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, you know, nice looking play right there out of that Drew offense. Pretty much a sprint. What we say, split flare or sprint kind of screen type or pop pass to the wide receiver that time from Newman to number 8.
Here we go. They'll fake it to no. The Sloan will keep it. Sloan will pick up the first down, and Sloan keeps battling for it. I like this kid. He doesn't fall back, Coach. He never falls backwards.
He never falls back. And you never get him down on first contact. You know, we've been following him for a couple of years now, you know, catching his games here and there as we do our Clayton County games of the week. And he has had numerous big games out here under the lights at Southern Crescent Stadium.
Here we go. First and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. Newman will keep it. He'll go up the middle. He'll take a little bit of a pounding, but he'll pick up about 3-4 yards on the carry, and that'll bring up second and about 6.
Nice read that time by Newman and hold on to the ball and kind of go up the middle. You know, as a quarterback, especially in any type of offense, you want to keep them honest by showing them that you are a threat with the ball in your hands.
Here we go. Newman will have it. Quick toss to the outside. Great open field tackle by the corner. The break. Excuse me. Great open field tackle by the corner to break the block and come on up and make the tackle for a loss. That was Philip Faufman.
And that was played textbook cornerback, buzzing his feet, keeping them moving, wrapping the legs up, driving, taking the ball carrier down.
Here we go. Third and long. Newman throws it down the sideline. Is it intercepted? Yes.
Intercepted. Yes, it is. Intercepted.
But, you know, that kind of equates to a nice long punt, though, because it's down on the – where are they going to mark it down at? Yeah, they marked it down on the 1-yard line.
Right. You know, that's one of those situations where as a DB, you want to knock the ball down instead of catching that time. But, you know, that's hard, easier said than done out here, especially for these youngsters who don't get a lot of chances to get their hands on the ball.
Got to get the stats when you can get it, Coach.
Right about that. You know, that's history slide. You'll be able to say that, hey, at your high school, you were able to get an interception in a football game.
Yes,
Not
sir.
many people can say that.
And, Coach, I'm going to be quite honest with you. 20 years later, it'll be that game that you got 3 interceptions in. That count gets higher as you get older.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Here we go. First and 10 on the goal line. He's stacked up. Maybe he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
You know, this is going to be a good check time right here for this Charles Drew defense. You know, a defensive stand would be good. You know, 3 and out, making Starr's Mill punt the ball would be an awesome feat right here by Charles Drew because, you know, as we know, Charles Drew has only forced Starr's Mill to punt one time tonight, Slide.
Yes. All right, second and about 9. They'll hand it off, trying to find a hole. And he'll be brought down maybe for a gain of about 2. Coach Phillips is just trying to get it out the shadow of his own goalpost.
Now the question being right here, you're up 1 right here, Sly. You have the momentum. Do you run the ball and be safe and punt it out of here, or do you try to pass the ball and get the first down on 3rd and about 5 yards?
Yeah, it's a tight one. It's 3rd and a long 5. I'm a gunslinger, Coach. I would have called pass straight out of the end zone, but that's just what I do. There's that jet sweep around the corner, and there it is. He'll pick up the first down, and he'll be brought out of bounds for a gain of about 8 yards. Give it to Captain Munderland on that jet sweep. It hadn't failed him yet.
Well, and that's the thing right there, smart football, smart coaching. In a situation where you need it, you go to your bread and butter. If you can't get it with your bread and butter, you don't deserve it. And in that situation, they went right back to what we call it, jet sweep left the Munderland up the side, and he's converted all night.
And I just called the young man Captain Munderland. Reminds me of a South Carolina Gamecock from a few years ago, Captain Munderland, but his name is Dion Munderland.
Any relation, Sly?
I don't think so. I asked Coach a little bit earlier. He said no relation. They'll hand it off straight up the middle to Fry. Fry's turning on the Jets. He's at the 50, and he'll be brought down right at the 40-yard line. Coach, that's what happens when Munderland hits that big jet sweep so big. Stick it to that fullback straight up the middle, and he'll bust out a 40-yard gain for you.
We talked about it. Starr's Mill, they're very methodical. It's like watching a rerun show. They're going to give you the same formation, the same motion, the same cuts, everything, same blocks all the time, but you have to stay honest, read your keys, and not guess. And that time, Charles Drew kind of fell asleep and forgot about the fullback, and as you can see, he rolled him, let him have it, and 30, 40 yards later, here's Starr's Mill attacking the Charles Drew defense.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Starr's Mill will have it. They'll hand it off. Oh, he'll slip and get caught by that turf monster. That turf monster reached up there and pulled down Nick Brown on the carry.
Wow. And, the action and the continuity of the offense of Starr's Mill has now gotten Charles Drew on their heels. As you can see him now, they're not attacking anymore. They're not penetrating anymore. They're sitting back on their heels trying to read the action of this offense, and that's exactly what this wing T offense is designed to do. Get you to stand up, try to read, and then next thing you know, they're at the back door. So what Drew has to do is they have to keep staying aggressive and try to get some penetration on this offense so they can slow them down.
10-yard penalty. We're going to spot the ball.
10-yard penalty on the play. They're going to move it back 10 yards. Be 1st and 20. 1st and 20. Panthers ball on the 40-yard line.
First down and about a half mile for the visiting Panthers. Actually, conversion 22 by line.
All right, here we go. 1st and 20. 1st and 22. Option look. And DeLuca will get nowhere. He might have made it back to the original line of scrimmage on that carry. I mean, not the original. He might have made it back to the line of scrimmage. DeLuca was met by a host of Drew defenders led by Nelson Armour.
And that was nice pursuit right there by that Titan defense, able to string that option out, playing position football, assignment football. Everyone was in place, and as you can see, they were able to stop it, not even allowing a pitch to get off from the quarterback.
Pickup of about 6 on the carry. Hard running, tough sledding. Nick Brown.
short game.
And so far, this has proven to be a good defensive stand for this Charles Drew defense. You know, they had a little bit of help from that penalty that Starr Mills had, but hey, you'll take it either way if you're out here competing.
I'll take it any way I can get it, Coach. That was always my motto. Here we go, 3rd and about 17, ball on the 47-yard line. Big play for Starr's Mill. DeLuca roll out. DeLuca throws it off his back foot, and he just threw it out there. Feeling the pressure. DeLuca feeling the pressure, and it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, one thing's for sure, Coach is asking DeLuca to do a lot. He has him rolling to one side of the field and trying to throw a back across the field. You know, there's not many NFL players who can make that throw. So give the guy credit for trying to make that throw, but that's a very hard throw to make from one side of the field on the numbers to the other side of the field to the numbers. He's had trouble completing that play all night tonight.
Ryan Coach into punt.
All right, Cook's lined up back deep to punt. 4th and 17. Cook will get it up. They kick it away from Quarterman Sloan, and that one will roll out of bounds right about the 27-yard line. They were a little bit afraid of Sloan. They wanted to make sure it got away from him.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. If you're smart, you want to keep the ball out of Quarterman's hands. You know, again, if I'm coaching Starr Mill, I will tell my players, hey, anybody else can beat us, but we're not going to let Sloan beat us. We'll do whatever we have to do to keep him corralled. And they have not been able to do that tonight, to the credit of Charles Drew, getting him in different looks.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Ball on the ground. Starr Mill's ball, and the pile is moving forward. And Starr Mill have it 1st and goal.
Wow, rare mistake out of this Titan offense. You know, we saw them at the mesh point. Newman wanted to give the ball to Sloan, and Sloan thought that Newman was pulling it. And the ball just hit the ground, and neither one of them knew the ball was on the ground. And a smart heads-up play by the Starr Mill defensive lineman to try to scoop and score that time, Sloan.
Yes, sir. You know, and that's the danger when you run that option. You know, whether you pull it or whether you keep it. Here we go. 1st and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line. Sending a man in motion. They'll hand it to Rico Fry, and Rico will pound it straight up the middle. Touchdown, Panthers.
You know, and the Titans haven't been able to stop that all night up the middle with Rico Fry. You know, every time he gets the ball on there, he's getting chunks of real estate. He's getting chunks of yard slide. We're talking about double digits at a time from that A-back, from that fullback up the gut. You know, Drew's going to have to do something to slow that down, which in turn, they've been having problems slowing down the Motherland play, jet sweep left. So they have a lot to work on if they're going to try to keep this game in hand.
Pick your poison, Motherland to the outside or Fry to the inside. The extra point is good. That'll make the score 27-19 here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Here's that high sideline kick. It'll be bubbled out of bounds. But it'll be Charles Drew ball, and we'll start it off right around the 35-yard line, 36-yard line, 37-yard line. They keep walking forward.
Right at the 36-yard line.
Interesting play. But it's working for them. A lot of these coaches these days, they don't mind giving up field positions. I'm old school. I want to put them down as far back as go, and you have to show me that you can go 90 yards without making a mistake.
Here we go, shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to Sloan. Sloan puts his hand on the ground, manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. I like the kid's balance, Coach. He slipped on the play, but he managed to get that hand down there and just balance his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he is the man. On that last play when they had a fumble, first time him showing us that he's human. So not really too upset with him. I expect to see him going hard to try to get that back for his team.
All right, 2nd and about 8. Hand it back to Sloan, straight up the middle. He'll pick up 2 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and around 6, maybe 5.
And showing some of his versatility. Not only can he catch the ball outside and run the ball outside, he's shown that he can definitely take the hard yards up the middle.
Newman's looking, throws to the outside. Here's a man with a diving catch. They're going to say incomplete.
Wow, I thought that was an interception right there. Looks like he got under the ball right there for Starr's Mill, but good for us right here, Charles Drew. It was incomplete, but I know Newman would like to have that back. Had a paw on his face right there from that defensive end. Made him throw the ball kind of a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and as a result, not an accurate pass.
Well, that'll bring up 4th down, so now we'll have a punting situation. Denzel Carter's your punter. Nice end over end kick. It'll be fielded at the 20-yard line. He'll break out of a tackle. He'll reverse field. He has a sideline. He's at the 30, 35, 40, looking, pushing up to the 45, and he'll be brought down right around the 48-yard line.
Wow. That was one of those things where you have him corralled, and he breaks a tackle and gets back to the other side of the field, able to reverse the field, get some blockers, and turn that kick return into a very positive game, and yet great field position for this Starr's Mill offense.
Looks like we got a flag on the play. They're going to call a legal procedure against the kicking team. Is declined.
Right. And you sure Starr's Mill will decline that, I'm sure, on a return like that.
At the 49-yard line.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Starr's Mill ball. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
They're on 49-yard line.
Hand it off straight up the middle. Fry will pick up big chunks up the middle.
He is gobbling up real estate. That has to alarm this Drew defense, giving up so many yards in the middle. And that has to please the Starr's Mills offense, getting that many yards in the middle.
Yes, sir. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just handing it off straight up the middle and handing it off on the outside on that jet sweep. But now it's time you can hit him out that backfield on that play that he overthrew him. Oh, good open field tackle right there to bring down Munnerlin.
Yeah, but I guess Coach Phillips was saying why when we have jet sweep left. They definitely run it, and they get something out of it every time. Touchdown saving tackle right there by the cornerback. Had he not came up to get that ankle tackle right there on Munnerlin, Munnerlin's still running right now, Sly.
Yes, sir.
Let's call it yard. Drew Titan fans, you know what to do. Let's make some noise, Titan fans.
Third and short. They'll hand it off to Fry up the middle, and Fry will carry a Drew defender.
Ball carrier number 1, Rico.
Rico Fry giving it to him.
He is giving it to him, and he is exploding out of the backfield. And I mean exploding out of the backfield. Getting large chunks at a time, moving the chains. It's like he may end up being our leading rusher tonight. Who knows?
Yes, sir. And we've had an impressive display of backs tonight. This time they'll option and they'll kick it out to Munderland. Munderland will catch the pitch, and Munderland will pick up the first down and some more. And then the Panthers are just giving it to the Titans. They're just running it straight at them. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just, hey, I'm bigger and I'm better than you.
Football at its finest. Now, this is the way I like to see football be played. Execute, let it be a war of attrition. And right now, it's like water over rock slide. Starr's Mill is wearing this Charles Drew defense down with this option or jet sweep or jet wing tee or whatever you want to call it. They call it jet wing tee. They're wearing the Titans defense down out here tonight.
Here we go. They'll hand it over to Nick Brown on the other side. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
They figure they'll let Nick Brown get some of this action tonight.
Yep, and that was a good executed play. We're talking about it. They are definitely executing out here on this offensive side. Have a couple of penalties so far against them, though, out here on Starr's Mill. Those are about the only things that have kind of been blemishes in their offensive attack. We talked about it, Sly, that the Titans have only made Starr's Mill punt the ball twice tonight.
And the times that Starr's Mill hadn't scored, when they fumbled the ball, they really shot themselves in the foot. Other than that, Starr's Mill has pretty much been in control when they've had the ball on offense.
Right. But Sly, this game is still not out of reach for the Titans. Just need a good defensive stand right here and go back on offense and able to execute well enough to get the ball down the field to score.
All right, that'll bring up 1st and 20. Then in the man in motion, they'll hand it back across to Fry. Fry will be met in the backfield. Met about 5 yards. Fry will gain about 7 on the play.
I like this Fry kid, Sly. He is definitely running the ball. He is chugging forward, not being stopped on first contact, keeping his legs moving. It's a great thing to see out here tonight. Like you said, we have a great display of backs out here, a good display of talent. Now we see why we have some college coaches on the sideline out here tonight. We have a good football game packed with a lot of players that will be playing on Saturday.
And what I like about Fry's only a sophomore. There's Munderland trying to get it on the edge. And he'll have his legs taken out from under him. I think he might have made it back to the original line of scrimmage. I'm not quite sure.
17 yards.
No, they'll count that as a loss.
Interesting right there to see Munderland coming back to the right on that play. I think Starr's Mill wanted to kind of shake it up a little bit and catch Drew off guard right there and move Munderland around and see if they could get something out of that play.
All right, 3rd and about 12. Rue's out to the outside by himself. They're going to roll out to Rue. Rue's rolling across. Interception! Oh, that was a bad pass by DeLuca, and he has some room upfield. Michael Latimer on the interception, and DeLuca missed his man. He had Rue running that flag route, and that corner route, and he had Rue open on the corner route, and that could have put this game away.
Right. Had he released the ball on the break, that little post corner was open to the corner of the end zone, but, rolling one way, trying to throw back the other way. We've seen all night that has not been his strength, and he struggled with that tonight. We talked about it. Most NFL players can't make that throw.
Empty backfield for Newman. Newman hits a man in the flat, and he slips. Ooh, he had a man trying to make a cut, and he slipped. those turf monsters jumped up and caught Mason Williams.
Well, I'm sure Williams wished he had that back. I think he kind of thought the defender was closer to him than he was. Kind of just caught the ball, covered himself, and went down, but had a chance to gain a couple more yards for his team had he, been able to know exactly where he was on the field.
Well, Coach, that's the end of the third quarter. We're here in the fourth quarter. The start of the fourth quarter, the score will be 19-27. Starr's Mill on top of Charles Drew. All right, welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Sylvester Williams joined in the booth by Coach T. Nolan. Coach is 2nd and 8. And Drew will have it on the 27-yard line. Looks like Coach Lyles is going to start him off with a no-huddle. Well, he stays in the no-huddle, but he'll have an empty backfield. Newman's back there by himself.
Well, I'm looking to see Sloan step back for a screen right here, Sly. Trying to get down the field and break a big play right here for his offense to start off this fourth quarter.
Here we go. Second and 8. I'm sorry, 2nd and 8. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line for the Titans.
A little toss up the middle right there. Trying to get to the corner. He'll have about 8 yards on the carry. Good little pickup right there by Cedric Davenport.
Had a little trouble on the toss right there, a little bobble with it, but they were able to corral it, not let it hit the ground, and pick up a positive gain as third down comes up right here for this Titan offense.
So now we'll have third and about one. Newman's in the backfield by himself. Sending a man in motion. Newman will keep it. Newman will try to fall forward and fight forward. Way to fight for the first down, Mr. Newman. That's determination.
Yes, it was, because he's kind of slightly built right there, Sly. And you don't expect Newman to push the pile the way he did, but that just goes to show you how far Desire will take you. And he just wheeled his way, wheeled himself to the first down marker and beyond.
Sometimes you just got to want it more. 1st and 10. Paul on the 36-yard line, man in motion. They'll fake it to him. Going deep, Newman. Great catch! Great catch. Jordan Bolden streaking down the middle of the field on that post route, and it just dropped it in there. He just dropped it right in the basket.
That was a good catch. Nice throw right there by Newman, putting it in the right spot. Now, let me tell you, while the ball was in the air, I did not think he was going to get that. I thought that the DBs or safeties was going to be able to break on that, but some kind of way he got it in there. Great catch.
He just dropped it right in the basket for him. Great throw by Newman. They'll hand it off to Sloan. Sloan lower that shoulder. Going up the middle. Sloan breaks another tackle. And Sloan will pick up about 9 yards. Sloan's been quiet so far in this third quarter, but I love the way this kid runs.
Yes, he's never out of it. You're never out of it when you have him on your side. He's running with authority out here tonight. Conviction, desire, passion. Let's see what he does on this play.
Here we go. Newman will look over to the sideline. He'll get the play he wants. He'll shift Sloan over. Sloan will be to his right. He'll have one receiver by himself. They'll hand it to Sloan. No, Newman will keep it. Everybody's fooled. Great play by Newman. The play fake. Wow. I blame it on the cameraman.
Now that was great mesh point action right there by Newman and Sloan. Everyone in America thought Sloan had the ball, but of course Newman played magic, magician. I mean, just awesome play fake right there to get into the end zone.
All right, Drew's going to go for 2. Score 27-25. Sending a man in motion. They're throwing the fade route. Jump ball. Incomplete.
A lot of touching going on down there on that play right there, Sly. I thought I was going to see some laundry on the field for a pass interference call against the defense, but I guess the referee knew better. He didn't call it, and as a result, Drew was not able to convert on that 2-point conversion.
Yes, sir. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. The score, Drew 25, Starr's Mill 27, here at the Clayton County Game of the Week. All right, welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. And we do have a game tonight. The score 27-25. Kicking it off straight down the field. It'll be fielded about the 15-yard line. He has a seam. Cuts back. He's at the 40. And he'll be brought down right around the 46-yard line. Nice move. Nice move by the kick returner. But one thing he did, Coach, what do you say every week? Run forward.
Run forward. We went straight up the field. And, without all that joint laterally and all that, you can be surprised or will be surprised at how much yardage you'll pick up. And I tell you what, he made all his moves going forward and got great field position to start the offense right here for his team, Starr's Mill. Let's see what DeLuca has in store for us right here and see if they'll be able to take care of the ball on this drive. We need a good defensive stand right here by the Charles Drew defense.
1st and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. They'll hand it off to Fry up the middle, and the big man just lowers his shoulders and keeps boom, 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 booming on forward.
This is poetry in motion, Sly. To see that fullback, that A-back going up the middle for 7 and 10 and 6 and 8 and 9 yards of pop out here. I mean, this is textbook football 101. Drew has to stop him on this drive. If they don't stop him on this drive, Sly, I don't see how they're going to be able to save this game.
Here we go, 2nd and 2, ball on the 45-yard line. Starr's Mill will send a man in motion. They'll hand it back to the fullback, and he'll pick up enough for the first down. He'll get 2 yards on the carry.
Just straight up the gut, mano a mano, like my coach used to say. I don't care if they know it's coming. They have to stop it. And that's basically what Starr's Mill is saying. You know what we're going to run. We're not changing personnel. We're not doing too many fakes or too many complex things. We're just lining up, running our plays, and you have to stop it. Drew has not been able to stop it tonight. They have to find a way to stop this rushing attack in order to corral this game and save those playoff hopes.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. They'll shift over to the unbalanced line. Hand it off to the running back on the outside, and this time he's met. Late flag in. Not quite sure what's going on there. Anytime you see that flag come in late like that.
Well, that's going to hurt either team significantly right now at this point in the game. If you're Starr's Mill, you're trying to establish dominance and maybe close this game out. But if you're Charles Drew, you want this to be in your favor so you can kind of get them in a situation where they have to punt the ball back to you and give you a shot at going ahead in this ball game late in the fourth quarter.
Looks like we have a holding on the play. That's going to back them up 10. So we'll have 1st and 20 maybe? Depending on the spot of the ball. Yep, 1st and 20.
Well, if I'm Starr's Mill, the way it's been going, I give the ball to Fry right here and get 10 of them back.
Drew hasn't been able to stop Fry all night long. Oh, fumble ball on the... Woo, that could have been disastrous.
Wow. Ball on the turf right there, Slide. Unbelievable. I thought Drew was going to have a chance to recover it, but just a little bit too slow on the reaction time. Good job by the quarterback to go and pick up the ball.
You know, this is one of the dangers of playing in this rain. You know, that you have that wet, slippery ball out there. Mistakes can happen. 2nd and 22. It is a long route for the Luca to take, but you know you can't get all 22 in one play. Work your way on down. Here we go. There's that tight wing T formation. Sending Munderland in motion. Munderland to the outside, trying to get a block. Munderland, I said you can't get 22 in one play. I was wrong. I was wrong. You can get 22 in one play.
Wow, Sly. Well, we talked about it. You know, that's been their bread and butter, and that bread and butter has been Munderland left, Munderland right. And he's been picking up yardage all night. Drew has not been able to stop it. And, you know, if they're not able to stop those two plays up the middle and on the outside, you know, this game could get away from him pretty quick right here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Handed up to Fry, and he'll break a tackle in the backfield, and now the big man is just rumbling. He'll pick up 15 yards on the carry. Fry is a load, and this kid is a sophomore, Coach.
You know, and somewhere out there, Jerome Bettis is smiling because this is pretty much a mirror image of the offense they ran when he was at Notre Dame in that B-back situation. And Fry is running that ball tonight for those guys. I mean, he's coming out like he's been slingshot out of the backfield when they run that dive play.
And he just lowers his shoulder and just keeps on going forward. Sending Munderland in motion. Handing it back to Fry. And Fry will walk into the end zone. Wide open through the middle of the field. Fry. Touchdown, Panthers.
You know, and again, we can only say it enough. Drew has not been able to solve the mystery of that fullback dive out here tonight. And Fry has been he's averaging at least 10, 11 yards a pop on that dive.
You know, I was quick to say Munderland was going to be our player of the game, but it looks like Fry is battling for that one also.
You know, Slide, it's not often that we see a back come in here and outrush Quarterman Sloan.
That doesn't happen too often. Well, that extra point was good, and that'll make the score 34-25 here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week.
Still plenty of football to play, guys. Let's go. Hang tight, Titan fans. Make some noise, Titan fans.
The squib kick, it'll be fielded by the great open field tackle on the play, and a flag comes in late. What an open field tackle.
That was a great open field tackle. Textbook, breakdown, wrap the legs, head up, back straight. And as you can see, good job as far as getting down on the kick coverage. You know, it was already kind of a mistake right there by the Titan returnman, not picking up the ball while the ball was in front of him. Then once you turn your back on the cover team, once you get the ball, you don't know where they are. He turned around, tried to make a move, but at that point, the coverage had gotten down there to him and able to corral him down. inside the 10-yard line.
Melvin Broomfield on the great special teams play. And, Coach, when it rains, it pours. Penalty on the play backs it up even farther, so it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 5-yard line. Newman's back there by himself, throws down the middle of the field. Good hands to get your hand out there and knock that ball down.
Nice play by the linebacker right there, running down the field step for step. Able to get his paw out there and knock it down.
Ball is spotted at the 5-yard line.
Drew's lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Yes, sir. That should have been going the other way. 2nd and 10, ball on the 5-yard line. Quick pass, and right now Newman's rushing it. He threw it out there too quick, trying to hit his receiver, and threw it just a little bit too far in front of him.
Yep, put him in a bad situation right here, 3rd and 10, inside their own 10-yard line. You know, not a lot you can do right here in this situation, Sly.
Here we go. Newman's dropping back, trying to go over the top. Has a man, and he slips. Oh, he slips and falls. My goodness. He had a receiver, and he slipped and fell. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, you know what happens in that situation.
It looks like we got a flag in the end zone, Coach.
If it's holding, that'll be a safety, son. Yes, it is.
It is a safety.
And in high school, you know, if you get a penalty in the end zone, that's a safety. So, wow, just a double-edged sword on that one. You know, wide receiver was wide open, made an uncharacteristic mistake by turning around trying to run backwards and just fell. You know, that's what happens sometimes when you get so wide open. You just kind of make uncharacteristic mistakes, and he did that, but it would have been for nil anyway because it was holding in the end zone slot, and of course that results in safety for the Starr's Mill Panthers.
Well, that'll be 2 points added to the score. So the score, 36-25, Starr's Mill on top here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. All right, we'll line up for the free kick. It'll be placed at the 20-yard line.
We go right and Deion each for the Panthers. 30 yards in. Try the ball down.
Fry and Munderland back deep for the Panthers. There's the kick. A wobbly one will be fielded at the 45 on the road. Good hit coming down the field on that play. 36, Amani McIntyre with the big-time special teams play.
Ooh, and I was holding my breath on that time, Slide, because that was a line drive kick fielded cleanly by Munderland, and we've seen tonight that he's capable of breaking it every time. He caught the ball and took a beeline up the field. Had it not been for a little slippage that time, I think he might be still trying to get his way through that Charles Drew defender, Charles Drew kick coverage.
All right, 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Sending the man in motion, handed it up to Fry, straight up the middle, and Fry is just having his way with them. Fry, he'll be clipped up at the 5-yard line. Fry is looking like a man among boys out there tonight.
You know, we said it earlier, Sly, he may end up being the leading rusher out here tonight. You know, with all these great backs on display tonight, he is eating, as they say, Sly. And I mean literally eating up yardage out here as he totes that rock for the Starr's Mills offense. They have not been able to stop him all night. They being Charles Drew on that dive out here. I mean, this is just a clinic to all of the option offenses out there across America.
He is eating and eating good on this Drew defense.
Let's see if they give it back to him right here, Sly.
Give it back to the big man. Reward him for getting you down there. And Coach Phillips will reward him, and he will get in the end zone. Another touchdown for Mr. Rico Fry.
You know, and that's what you want to do as a coach in a situation like that. He got you down there. You go ahead and let him put the exclamation point on it.
Yes, sir. Reward the big man. And that'll bring the score to 42. 42-25 with 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Whitaker choose set to a 10-point half.
And the extra point is good. Well, here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week, the score 43-25. Starr's Mills on top. Welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Charles Drew taking on Starr's Mills. Starr's Mills up 43-25. It'll be fielded on the run right around the 30-yard line. He'll dip and dive, and Sloan will get right to the 39-yard line. So I'm sorry, not Sloan. That was Shamar Vance on the return.
That time, I think Drew fielded the kick very well that time, coming up, attacking the ball, and getting up and getting as many yards as possible on that kick. Therefore, leaving the Drew offense with some pretty good field position right here to start this drive.
Here we go. Newman's looking. Newman throws to the sideline. Almost incomplete. Almost intercepted. DB got up there and got his hands on it.
I wanted to go up high for the big man right there. You know, try to use that height advantage right there for Drew, but that hadn't been working for him tonight out here. You know, winning the area, but Starr's Mills, they had two defenders in the area playing good defense on that pass.
Handed off to quarterman Sloan. Sloan cuts to the outside. Sloan has a convoy in front of him. And Sloan will be knocked out of bounds right around the 26-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 26 yards. About 30 yards. Sloan is over 200 yards for the night. Sloan has had an impressive game.
Yes, he has. A lot of big runs. And look to see them spread the field a lot and try to get the ball in his hands.
Here we go. Newman's looking, throws the out route, caught on the sideline, and it'll be pushed out of bounds. Bryson Duckworth on the reception. Hey, and hold on. Drew isn't quite ready to go home yet.
Well, they have a lot of work to do ahead of them right here. You know, flag on the play. This ball's coming back for holding.
Penalties will kill you every time, Coach. Penalties will kill you.
Yes, they will. And that's something that Drew can ill afford right now at this stage in the game as they're trying to mount a comeback.
All right, 1st and 20. Just trying to set up the screen. Good juke move to the inside. He'll cut back to the outside. He'll be brought down after a gain of about 11, maybe 12 on the play. Jordan Bolden trying to work the screen. Ooh. Good job of defense by the Starrsville Panthers on that play.
Yes, it was. And that time, I think Drew went so fast that they weren't even ready, Sly.
And that's one of the problems with this fast-paced offense. You got to make sure your team is ready. Newman will haul for it. Newman's looking, trying to set up the screen, and he throws it behind his receiver. And that's going to bring up 4th at about 20.
Wow, if you're Drew, this is not what you wanted at this time in the game. You know, you need everything you can get. It's 4th and a mile, and you have to go for it. That says, you know, that tells you what kind of shape that this game is in for the Drew Titans.
They'll call a timeout. Looks like someone called timeout. Starrsville. Looks like Coach Phillips wants to think it over. Well, with 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game, the score 43-25. Starrsville on top of Drew. All right, here we go. 4th and 20. Charles Drew, Coach Lyles needs to pull something deep out of his bag. Newman will take it, and he'll try to pick up the first down by himself. Ill-advised. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down.
You know, one of those things where he tried to run it by himself, slide, and it just didn't work. You know, needed too many yards to try to carry that on the ground. You have to try to get the ball in someone like Sloan's hands or someone like that who could get the ball down the field for you.
You got playmakers, so you want to get the ball to your playmakers. Well, we'll have a change of possession. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line.
You know, and we know what Starrsville is going to do, which is, you know, it doesn't work well for Drew because that's going to run a lot of clock, what Starrsville is trying to do.
Fry isn't in the game anymore. He got a new back in the game, and he's running hard too.
Well, if you're Phillips, you say, I can't put Fry in the game because he scores too quick. So in this situation, they want to slow that pace down a little bit. So they put a different back in the game at that fullback position. And as you can see, he's not quite Fry, but he's able to still move the ball and chew up yards and get the clock to continue to run.
Don't have a name for number 22. Don't have a name for him. They'll hand it off to the outside, and he'll pick up maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Saw his arm moving, a little bit of it moving there a little bit. Yeah, he's rolling over on his own right now. So let's hope that the young man is okay. Just hopefully maybe just shaking up, stinger or something like that. Wind knocked out of him. Let's try to always think that it's as minimal as possible.
All right, well, we're going to take a time out here at the Clayton County High School game of the week. Let's score 43-25. Starr's Mill on top of Drew. All right, young man made it on off the field. Wish him the best. Here we go. Third and short. They'll hand it on that little misdirection. Fry is still going. Oh, Fry is still going strong. No, I'm sorry, that's not Fry. That was Mutterland. That Mutterland on the carry. It doesn't matter. They all going hard.
Yeah, you're right about that. Mutterland said, hey, wait a minute, coach. Don't take me out. I still have something left. I cannot let Fry get out of here on top in yards out here.
And they can block it on more than 5 seconds left in the game.
Here we go. First and 10. Starr's Miller have it. Hand it off to the back, straight in the backfield. He'll pop a hole. He'll get to the 40, 35, 30. Keep on going, young man. He'll be pushed out of bounds right around the 22-yard line.
Different players, same result. That fullback dive has been really, and it's just basically a trap play, a counter trap. And they have been basically just wearing Charles Drew out tonight with that play up the middle. It has not been able to be stopped out here tonight. And like we say, it's like plug and play, different player, same result.
Mitch Mowers on the carry. Young man getting in the game. Getting a little bit of shine. Getting his jersey a little bit dirty. Picking up some big yards.
And I look for them to come right back here to him again, son.
Sending a man in motion. They'll hand it right back off to him. This time he's met with authority in that hole.
Yep, and that's exactly what you want to do if you're Starr's Mill. You want to continue to take the safest play, hand the ball off to your fullback up the middle and let him work. And the luxury of that is actually that, that was the first time tonight that Charles Drew has stopped that play. So, if you're Starr's Mill, you want to continue to pound that ball and drive it forward at this Charles Drew defense.
Yeah, we've got some, except for Mutterland, starting back to the sophomore. Quarterback, Mutterland's a senior. All the rest of them are sophomores.
Here we go, second and about 7. They'll hand it back to him one more time, and he'll pound straight up the middle. Nothing changed, just a different number running the ball.
22.
Yep, right there. That's Mitch running the ball, and he's trying to go over 100 yards on this drive, Sly. He said he wants to get something. He wants to eat a little bit, and he is doing just that, giving him the ball up the middle. Same play, nothing fancy, no surprises, methodical approach, same results.
Everybody over on the Starr's Mill sideline standing up happy about this one. Coach is letting everybody get a chance. Coach, put me in. I want to get some yards too. It's been a long time since I scored. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 12-yard line. I'm sorry, 14-yard line. One more time, the young man's picking up nice big chunks of yardage.
Yes, he is. And I mean, Sly, as a coach or as a human being for that matter, how could you go away from it?
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see, it's like poetry in motion. It's working every time you push the button. Every time you call it, you pull the trigger, you're able to get whatever you want on that play. So I don't see Starr's Mill changing that in the near future anytime soon in this ballgame.
An impressive performance by Starr's Mill. They are showing why they are undefeated.
Hey, Coach Sly, we see that formation. We call it the best formation in football.
All depends on what side of the field you're standing on, Coach. It's always the best formation in football. Just depends on what side of the field you're standing on. 57 seconds to go in the ball game. Coach Phillips is going to take a knee. You hear the cowbells off in the distance.
And you got to say, you hats off to Starr's Mill. They came out, they managed this game, they weathered the storm, and they overcame adversity only to put this game handily away.
DeLuca takes a knee at the 11.
DeLuca will take a knee, and I think that will be it, Coach. 20 seconds to go, and the clock is counting. The score, 43-25, here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week.
Well, one thing about it, we had a good matchup tonight, a good game between two powerhouses in this region. You know, and it lived up to its billing. You know, the score actually, the game was closer than what the score says. But it was a good matchup out here against two powerful offenses, running the ball, showing off their backs and skill position players they have on each football team. You know, Charles Drew, they could have made some adjustments on defense, I thought, to try to slow down this offensive attack of the Starr's Mill Panthers. But let's give them credit. Starr's Mill, they didn't waver. They actually stayed with what brought them here, and they kind of forced their will on this Charles Drew Titan defense out here tonight. And I think that basically is the difference in this game tonight, because both teams came out, you know, they showed why they are at the top of their region. But, you know, once you line them up and you blow the whistle, like they say, that's why we play the game.
Well, Coach, we had some good yardage out here tonight. Fry ended the night. He looks like let's get some stats going on. Let's talk about the big boys. Quarterman Sloan ended up with 12 for 204, Coach. 12 for 204 for Quarterman Sloan.
2 touchdowns.
And 2 touchdowns. Oh, my goodness. 2 TDs. On the other side of the ball, let's see, that was Quarterman Sloan. And on the other side, let's see what we had over here. Dion Munnerlin. Munnerlin had 18 carries. Sloan had 18 carries for 176 yards with 2 touchdowns. And the big one tonight, Mr. Fry, Mr. Rico Fry himself, 20 carries, 208 yards for 3 touchdowns. Rico Fry.
Wow. I tell you what, that's almost 500 yards and rushing yards out there, Sly. You know, they got to it out here tonight against this tight defense. And, you know, if you're Charles Drew, you have to go back and say to yourself, the difference in this game was the fact that we could not stop the running game of the Starr's Mill Panthers.
Yes, sir. Awesome display by Mr. Rico Fry tonight. That was an impressive run. That was impressive performance tonight by Mr. Rico Fry. Coach, we had a good one tonight, Coach. I enjoy games like this. But the final score, Starr's Mill 43, Drew 25, here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week is Sylvester Williams, joined by Coach T. Mullen. We're going to call it a night, and we'll see you again next week here as we bring you some more exciting Clayton County football.